Very good afternoon to you. Thank you for making time for us right here on K24 Newscut. Let's begin by having a look at what is shaping news this afternoon. Media Council of Kenya condemns recent attacks meted against journalists during the Gen Z-led protests across the country. Hundreds of families in Isiolo County rebuilding their lives after they were forced to move following increased flooding cases from Ewasunyiro River. Plus, activists call for concerted efforts to ensure sustained conservation of elephants in the face of changes in the environment. Well, K24 Newscut begins right now. I'm Alan Wino. Our sign language interpreter for this session is Evelyn Wangoi. Now, a total of 24 journalists were attacked by the police during the Gen Z demos across the country. This is according to the Media Council of Kenya, which is now calling for IPOA and the ODPP to expedite the investigation into the incidents. Speaking in Naivasha during a media stakeholders roundtable, Media Council of Kenya CEO David Omoyo says there is need to strengthen government media relations, enhance safety of journalists and service justice to those attacked in line of duty.
That is why I came with a colleague, Vincent Monda, my senior, those who organize this event. I'll also have an inquiry through the mainstream media.
One thing I've realized, my experience from this positive outcome from the case. But property has been, this is a very sensitive and tough.
What we have currently during these Gen Z riots, we have 24 cases of harassment of journalists. We haven't seen any prosecution as yet. Investigations are either ongoing or evidence gathering and all that, but we have 24 cases, recorded cases of journalists. And we've asked other duty bearers, IPOA, ODPP, the Inspector General, to make sure that we investigate and bring to justice those who are attacking journalists.
Journalists have a responsibility, the police have a responsibility as well. What is a middle ground? But where there are clear violations of press freedom, where people are being attacked in the open, I think it's important first the journalists themselves report these matters to the police and follow up with the subsequent statements that then can enable prosecution. We are asking the actors in the justice system to speed up the process because as long as these cases remain unattended, the feeling then is that those responsible are not taking this seriously. We want to see action. We want to see clear evidence of commitment by the relevant agencies to act on these cases.
Last 6 months, there have been, so the complaints keep being received and registered. And so what we will do as a new complaints commission is now sit down and hear those matters. And we've had about eight complaints that we've received. And in the next month or two, we will sit down, call the parties and hear the matters.
Since 1989, Kenya's elephant population has drastically reduced from 200,000 to just 16,000. This alarming reduction is primarily due to poaching and conflicts with local populations who view elephants as a threat. Elephant conservation activist Dr. Jim Justice Nyamu has emphasized the urgent need for coordinated efforts to protect these animals amid its environmental challenges. Dr. Nyamu, while leading a tree planting initiative at Camp Ndunda in Njukiri Forest, underscored the critical role of forest in elephant conservation, noting that the demand for land has led to encroachment of elephants' natural habitats, disrupting their migratory corridors. He made these remarks.
Out of the 35 countries where we had so many elephants, 3.5 million elephants, 10 countries have lost their elephants. In Mount Kenya, we have about 2,500 elephants. And most of the elephants actually in Mount Kenya are suffering quietly. People are targeting these small antelopes, the antelopes such as waterbucks, with the wires. We have data, we have seen photos of elephant without the leg. Some have actually short trunks. Some are having, daggering trunk. Because of that wire is cutting them slowly, and this is through the poaching, through maybe the bushmeat. People are targeting the small animals, but the wire goes into that. But now the population of elephants will only increase if only we create more space for them.
As Kenya Forest Service, we do the tree planting and forest protection where the home of these animals is, and it's a wake-up call for every one of us to conserve the animals, to conserve the trees, and even to contribute individually or as a group or as an organization in the tree growing strategy which is going on in the country, so that in the future we are going to have so much, or we are going to have better habitats for our wildlife.
Governor Johnson Sakaja has donated 5,000 iron sheets to toy market traders after the devastating fire 2 weeks ago in a move aimed at supporting traders who were severely affected by the recent inferno. Now, to further elevate the burden on the traders, Sakaja announced a 3-month waiver on daily market charges to help them recover from the losses caused by the frequent fires that have claimed lives. The governor, who visited the site to assess the damage, expressed his sympathy and assured traders of his unwavering support during his difficult period, saying that the government has allocated 100 million for the reconstruction of the market and to erect a perimeter wall around the market, a project that will be overseen by county officers in collaboration with the local community.
Kulikuwa na moto Kayole, kulikuwa na moto Umoja, kulikuwa na moto Madare, walichelewa. Nimeamrisha kuanzia leo, ukienda DC, utapata gari ya moto iko hapo. Saizi, sani. Na hiyo gari, si ati tunatarajia moto ingine. Lakini kukiwa na moto, isitoke mbali. Tunaongea na Kura, ile ilikuwa site ya kutengeneza barabara ya Lang'ata Link. Hapo tutengeneze fire station. Kulikuwa na watu ambao wameshika title ambazo ni fake. Wanasema ati toy market ni yao. Tumeenda kotini, tumewashinda. All fake titles ya toy market are revoked by the county government of Nairobi. Tumezitupilia mbali. Jana nimekuwa kwa National Land Commission for 5 hours. Tutatoa cheti miliki ya toy market under the county government of Nairobi. Hii soko ni ya watu wa Nairobi. Wale wamepatia kandarasi ya kuchunga, wamalize kandarasi yao, take charge. Take charge. Hapa watu wa uniform, wale ambao wamevaa uniform ya city county, waje wachunge. Ni sawa? Iko malori hapa ile, mabati karibu 5,000.
Now, despite thousands of youth being unemployed in the country, there has been an increase in the export of skilled labor from Kenya, particularly in technology. This has seen experts call on the youth to invest in tech education, which will not only enable them to be employed, but also to self-employ. Rubio Mondi with the details.
It's experienced the majority of its expansion in the service sector, which currently accounts for 45% of all jobs and 54% of value addition, which has been attributed to the steady changes and evolution in technology.
We've moved from when we had the big old computers to having gadgets on our hands. I mean, who would have ever thought that you'd have your calendar, your calculator, your phone book all in one gadget? And we are consistently pushing the boundaries.
Technology is changing at a dizzying pace, and it's actually one of the most exciting industries to be in the world. And I think that Kenya is one of the most exciting countries to be in while we're seeing all of this change. We've seen so much development in what's happening in the tech ecosystem.
During their 10th year of tech education celebration and graduation of 1,358 students, Moringa School graduates say there is a shift in mindset when it comes to the choices of courses to undertake, which gives them an upper hand in the job market.
If you're able to come in and put in the work, trust me, you will be able to find that job. And if you're extra determined and you're willing to work for yourself and create your own venture, that is very much encouraged within this course, because you're able to create something from the ground up, and there's nothing more spectacular than that, whereby you're able to build something that wasn't even created in the first place.
Whether it's in health, whether it is in manufacturing, whether it is in engineering, the beauty about it is that tech is literally encompassed in all facets of our industries. And so you will never lack an opportunity, it's just how you apply yourself. And seated from a career services perspective, I can tell you for sure there are opportunities.
Tech courses have so far been proven to offer more job opportunities for young people who can deploy the skills in different fields.
The young people out there need to look at what competitive courses can be done out there. I want to believe tech is the way to go right now. The advantage of tech is that every day something new is happening, so you can always be with it. The disadvantage of tech is that if you're lazy, then you will not cut it out.
Always try to make sure that our learning model resembles the workplace as much as possible, so we actually design the classroom experience in a way that mirrors what might happen in a workplace.
And even in the wake of artificial intelligence, youth have been urged not to shy away from tech courses, but to learn to incorporate tech in their daily work to enable skills diversification.
But AI has been here for a while. We've been using different pieces of AI in, like predictive texting on your mobile phone, recommendation systems. I don't think AI is here to replace people's jobs, but I think the people who are going to get ahead are the ones who know how to leverage AI to get farther in their careers. So they use AI as a helper tool, as a tool in their toolkit to make sure that they're moving up in their career.
The general assumption is that because it's tech, it's very hands-on, which is true, but it also involves a level of your creative thinking, your problem-solving abilities. Are you able to see an issue that you can be able to solve using tech? It's always said that for Kenyans or for Africans, when you're thinking about innovation, it's more from survival instinct and not very progressive. So I'd want to see young people push those boundaries.
Robbie Omondi, K24.
Well, we took a break right here on K24 Newscast. We'll be back with more updates in a short while.